Fox Sports.
We are Fox Sports. We are San Diego.
Well, our city and county has so many beautiful beaches, playland along the ocean, and so it's appropriate tonight on this Saturday, beach towel night, and the youngsters and the oldsters are taking home a great souvenir from the Padres game as we welcome you to the middle game of this three-game series at Petco Park as the San Diego Padres host the Arizona Diamondbacks. And good evening, everyone. Dick Enberg and Mark Grant. We're going to first talk about, Mark, about the maturation of hitters. You know, there's that bridge. You think you're good, you hope you're good, and then all of a sudden you cross the other side, you're good.
And you feel in your heart and your mind that you're good, and we're seeing a couple of hitters for the San Diego Padres who are doing just that. But we have to also keep in mind, Yonder Alonso, prior to tonight's game, 772 at-bats at the big league level. I don't think 100 at-bats ago we would have seen Yonder Alonso get on top of a fastball. Pull a breaking ball? Yeah, but he crushed a fastball. Watch the top hand. The hands never got low to go up. They got up top to stay on top of that baseball, and Jed Jerko is swinging a hot bat as well. Going down and getting this pitch and taking it the opposite way. Dick, that's what we heard about Jed when he was a minor leaguer, using the whole field.
So if Alonso and Jerko can continue to hit, and Carlos Quentin, his health improves, and he's in the cleanup spot tonight, and Chase Headley, we know what he's done last year, that lineup is going to be almost fierce at times.
Absolutely, and if those hitters up top are getting hot and getting good pitches, imagine what the guys at the bottom of the lineup with runners on base are going to get good pitches to hit as well. So it's a maturing process. We're seeing it before our own eyes.
Well, the pitcher that starts tonight for San Diego is mature, but there's a big question mark over his cap. He hasn't won a game yet this year.
Well, tonight would be appropriate for Clayton Richard to get that first win after winning last night's game. But Clayton Richard, quite frankly, he's been a little bit under the weather. And I think tonight's the first time he's really felt 100%. But when he gets hurt, he leaves the ball out over the plate. He did it in New York, going the opposite way. But look at those pitches. Good, aggressive swings by the opposition. But we have seen Clayton Richard at his best against his Diamondback team.
Exactly, 6-0 against the D-backs, his best record against any team, but he's facing a very talented young left-hander himself, a 23-year-old Patrick Corbin tonight.
So if he can be aggressive in the zone with this stuff, he should beat these Diamondbacks and Patrick Corbin. This kid's got a live fastball, he's got a good slurve breaking ball, occasionally will throw a changeup. So yes, good numbers for the Padres against the lefty Corbin. It's a key to get an early lead against these Diamondbacks tonight.
3-0 this year, but 0-2 lifetime against San Diego. Which Corbin will we see?
Well, it depends on if the Padre hitters, if they get that fastball early in the count. And if you look over the course of the season, if they do get a good fastball and hit it and attack it early in the count, you're going to see these numbers rise off of Patrick Corbin. So hopefully they can get out of the chute and put up a crooked number early.
Well, coming up next, Laura McKeeman with John Baker, who will reenact a lighter moment. Yonder Alonso last night doing I guess that's a somersault. Don't wander too far away.
Against the Diamondbacks is on its way here in Petco Park. Happy Saturday, everyone. I'm Laura McKeeman. Hey, great night for Yonder Alonso last night. Hit his 4th home run of the season and also made a fantastic catch in foul territory in the 8th inning. What happened after the catch, though, is something that sparked uncontrollable laughter in the dugout and something that Alonso may never live down. John Baker breaks it all down for us in our Geico quote of the game.
But he made the catch kind of like this. And then if you notice, it wasn't in slow motion, even though it looked like it when it was in real time. He took 2-3 steps, made it to the fence, and then I don't know if he was looking. I wanted to check over here. Maybe there was some peanuts or some popcorn. Perhaps he was looking for a cold beverage because there's some cup holders over here. But he caught the ball and then decided to do some sort of a gymnastics maneuver. I don't know how comfortable. Kind of like this, and then over. And then back, and I think that, I don't know if the intention was to get on SportsCenter or to have a play of the day.
Well, the Padres are looking to build on last night's hot offensive performance and rattle Patrick Corbin early. It's the Padres and the Diamondbacks, Game 2 coming right up.
Final games last night as the Padres won their 5th straight game at home, 7-6 over the D-backs. Arizona now has lost their last 4. As we get ready for the opening pitch here, Clayton Richard on the mound tuning up, and here are the Arizona Diamondbacks. Their lineup brought to you by Hyundai. A.J. Pollock will open things in center field. Then Martin Prado. Paul Goldschmidt leads in home runs and RBIs. Cody Ross in the cleanup spot. Gerardo Parra made it interesting last night with a 3-run homer in the 9th inning to cut the Padre lead to 7-6. Will Nieves behind the plate gets a rare chance to start. Josh Wilson at second base. Cliff Pennington at short. And Patrick Corbin on the mound.
And tonight's scouting report for Clayton Richard is brought to you by Jaguar of San Diego. He's back to 100%. Clayton is the last guy that makes excuses, but the last 3 starts he was not feeling up to par. He wasn't feeling peachy keen. So look for a livelier fastball tonight from the veteran left-hander.
Know how he feels. I'm waiting for my lively fastball to return. Pollock steps in. The first pitch of the game is out of the strike zone. Pollock hitting at .261, 3 homers and 10 runs batted in. Good speed. 1-1. University of Michigan, Clayton Richard throwing to A.J. Pollock from University of Notre Dame. Ground ball toward the hole. Cabrera off balance throw and gets him. And Pollock's a good runner, but Cabrera knew that he couldn't stop his momentum brace and throw, so on the run throws a one-hopper to Alonso.
No room for error. A couple of good things. One, the ground ball. Cabrera, the second thing, oh yeah, nice snag by Alonso. Oh, it's very close, but you know what? It's a hang. Yeah, he's out. Good call. Good call by Ted Barrett over at first base. Well, that was pretty, huh? Nice and fluid.
Martin Prado at third base. This evening, after playing second base last night, he's a very valuable player in that regard. He can play all the outfield positions and all the infield. Came over from Atlanta in the Justin Upton deal.
You know, if Cabrera throws that ball over to first on the fly, he beats it out. But because he bounced it, it's lower trajectory, getting there a little quicker.
And got it out of his hand quicker
Yes.
that way. And Alonso continues to shine with the glove. 2-0. 3-0 to Prado. Paul Goldschmidt on deck.
It was nice for the old left-hander Randy Jones to join the guys in the pregame show. Talked a little Clayton Richard and pitching, and made some good points regarding the arm speed of Clayton Richard.
4-pitch walk, Prado. Well, here's the Padres defense. It's brought to you by Aramco Mortgage. With Quentin back in the lineup in left field, Denorfia in center, and Blanks will play right. Headley, Cabrera, Jerko, Alonso on the infield. Nick Hundley behind the plate to handle Clayton Richard. Carlos, that out last night as a starter, did come into the game late as a pinch hitter. Goldschmidt at .296. And that's 5 in a row out of the strike zone. He leads in the power department and RBIs.
Well, for a big guy, also the on base percentage just under 400 at 398. That's a good sign for Goldschmidt as well. If Clayton Richard makes his pitches, should be able to get Goldschmidt to hit it on the ground or maybe even a strikeout. Well, you know how it is when you're sick, right, Dick? I mean, the body slows down. It's almost like everything's in slow motion.
And the brain.
Well, that's like me 100% of the time.
1-1. Outside.
Not missing by much. And of course, the Fox Tracks brought to you by our good friends at Southland Technology. Doing a great job, audio visual for your home or office. And Mr. Ron Fowler is in attendance. Good to see Ron at the big league ball game.
Chairman with a discerning gaze at the action.
He must know somebody to have those good seats.
Now the count levels at 2-2 to Goldschmidt. And the fans came tonight, got their beach towels, and some will go home with an added souvenir.
Sweet. See if Clayton throws that breaking ball down and into Goldschmidt. He hung it.
Out of play down the right field line. Cody Ross, the veteran outfielder, playing left tonight, on deck. Swinging bunt to third. Headley, the bare hand throw, and he gets him. Couple of good plays from left side of the infield here in the first inning.
Chase Headley has gotten so good at that play. And it's not just he's waking up out of bed and coming to the ballpark and hoping that he makes this play. This is a play that he works on diligently at third base. The barehanded grab, thrown from down under, working on the accuracy, catches it in the palm, gets a little bit behind it, and once again, a nice stretch right there by Yonder Alonso to get Goldschmidt.
So Cabrera and Headley with some good defensive support here in the first inning. Prado moves to second. Here's Cody Ross hitting it at even 250. And a strike to start him off with a fastball. Padres have had inordinate success of late, going back to last year against Arizona. 10-3. 1-1. Arizona starts tonight 15-14, 2 games behind the co-leaders in the NL West. Colorado and San Francisco at 17-12. Manager Kirk Gibson likes his team, and many of those around baseball think they may be the team to beat in the West, not San Francisco. What a coaching staff. Don Baylor, what a man he was in his playing days.
Oh, yeah.
And as a manager. Of course, Alan Trammell's also down in that dugout. He's got an all-star cast of coaches.
You look at those standings right there. The Padres last 10, 7-3. So only 5 games out.
1-2 to Cody Ross. Right back to Clayton Richard. Good position to field the comebacker. And he helps himself. Here come the Padres in the first. Denorfia, Cabrera, and Headley. Never to play this game, and let's take a look at the Padres lineup. It's brought to you by Toyota. Denorfia, Cabrera, and then Headley. Carlos Quinton in the cleanup spot. Kyle Blanks will bat 5th. Yonder Alonso with a left-hander on the mound will hit 6th. Then Jed Jerko, Nick Hundley, and Clayton Richard against 23-year-old Patrick Corbin.
And tonight's scouting report on Patrick Corbin is brought to you by Nissan. He's got a live arm, very athletic, aggressive with that fastball to go along with a slurve and a changeup that he doesn't use too often. So, as I mentioned in their open, if they can get an early fastball, fat part of the plate, attack it.
It was quite a trade made by Arizona just before the deadline in 2010, 3 years ago. They got this young guy, Joe Saunders, Tyler Skaggs, and another pitcher, Rafael Rodriguez, for Dan Herron to the Angels. So they let a solid veteran right-hander go, but picked up the veteran Saunders and 3 good young arms. This one being maybe the best of the lot. He's from Syracuse, New York. And Chris Denorfia starts it at 3:03. DeNorfia against Corbin. Only 6 at bats, but 3 hits and 2 of the 3 home runs. Up the middle, shortstop there, and there's one away. And a look at the Diamondbacks defense brought to you by Hyundai. Ross in left, was in right field last night. Pollock in center, and Parra moves over to right field. Prado and Pennington on the left side. Josh Wilson gets a start at second base. Goldschmidt at first. Will Nieves behind the plate, the veteran who first came up to the big leagues as a San Diego Padre.
Well, you talk about a youngin, that's Patrick Corbin, because prior to this year, only 107 innings pitched in the big leagues, Dick. So you talk about learning on the job.
Cabrera sends a high fly ball to center. Easing into right center is Pollock for the second out. Corbin's 1.91 ERA is the 12th best in the majors. This young man showing incredible promise. He's pitched 5 games and has gone 6 innings in all 5, allowing 2 runs or less. So 5 highly quality starts for Corbin. Here's Headley. Takes a strike at 92.
Very aggressive with the fastball, Patrick Corbin. Have to see if he falls into any patterns tonight. Back-to-back fastballs to the Silver Slugger third baseman Chase Headley. Kind of moving his feet on that last one, and a nice look from the Enberg suite up top.
Change-up.
There's that change-up we were talking about. Doesn't throw it that often. Great arm action. Same quick delivery as well.
He was 6 and 8 last year, so he's really improved from 22 to 23 years of age. Another pitch, same speed, same spot inside. Quinton would be next. One of the facts about what the Padres have been doing of late, that ball hits Headley. Got him down around the ankle. And the Padres have their first base runner.
Looks like that slurve. Oh, got him on the front foot, looks like, huh?
Yeah, right on the outside of that front foot.
And when you're striding, it's tough. Those feet are anchored. I mean, you're transferring that weight. You're concentrating on taking a swing. It's tough to get those puppies out of the way. Call a tow truck.
I don't know if it got him in the toes, though. It's more, up on the arch there on the outside. But, he can always U-turn and go get somebody else that's in trouble. Here's Carlos, 204, and he hits one to the left field corner. It's back and caught by Cody Ross. He had trouble fielding right field last night. A couple balls got by him, but that sinking line drive right at the fence. Ross snares it, and the Padres denied here in the first inning.
is celebrating 11 years already. Join the millions of fans and subscribe today. Watch every out-of-market game live online on your favorite mobile and connected devices in HD quality with MLB.TV Premium. Visit MLB.TV today. MLB.TV. Baseball everywhere.
Yeah, if you're a fan, that's just a must, isn't it? Able to watch all the games, hear the play-by-play, get the highlights. Clayton Richard, second inning, will face Parra, Nieves, and Wilson. Parra with a big 3-run home run last night, and he lines this one sharply into right field. First hit for the D-backs. And it brings up the veteran catcher Will Nieves.
Well, very aggressive, and you can see Clayton Richard, we talked about it in our open, when he is off, throwing a lot of fat pitches over the heart of the plate. Parra very aggressive on the fastball, and he capitalized on that one. He wanted it down and away, Clayton did.
Nieves came up to the big leagues with the Padres 11 years ago. He's been around, 35, from Puerto Rico. Career average 229. Over but low. 3 ground ball outs in the first inning for Clayton Richard. Ground ball now would be handy, maybe turn 2.
Yeah, like Jason Marquis last night, right? There was that one inning. Kind of his back up against the wall, 2 runners on, 1 out. All it takes is 1 pitch. Get a grounder.
Parra has 3 stolen bases. The D-backs have only a total of 10 for the whole team. Parra has 3. Pollock has 4, and Goldschmidt has 3. Two and 0 the count.
Clayton will use that slide step to the plate and also the slide step pickoff move to first base, trying to mix it up a little bit. Parra getting an earful over there from Steve Sachs, the first base coach for the Diamondbacks.
3-0. Nieves has been up only 12 times, has 6 hits. Boy, way off the mark. 4-pitch walk, and the D-backs have 2 on, no one out as we go down to Laura.
Well, Dick, last year the Padres through the first 29 games had 29 errors. This year, a dramatic improvement through that same sample size, only 12 errors. And Bud Black said one of the reasons is they're just playing good, sound, fundamental baseball. We saw that in the first inning with great plays by Cabrera and then another great play by Chase Headley. Bud says he's not looking for heroics. He's just looking for routine plays, guys doing their job, and he feels like that's what's been happening defensively, and he likes it a lot.
Yeah, they're right up in the top 3 in the National League at number 1. These Arizona Diamondbacks. They had an amazing run of games without an error, 12. And if they get through the second inning without making an error tonight, it'll be an all-time franchise record. 2 on, no one out, and a breaking ball. He starts Josh Wilson.
You know, that does wonders for a pitching staff as well. When you know you've got a tight defense behind you, have them put the ball in play. They're going to make the play. Of course, they're going to make errors over the course of 162 games, but hit your spots, put the ball in play, let your defense work for you.
Josh Wilson, much traveled infielder, and he lines that one to right field for a base hit. Blanks over to get it, and here comes Pollock, or rather Parra, into the plate to score, and the D-backs take the lead 1-0. Good piece of hitting by Wilson, just went the other way.
Clayton Richard was ahead. First pitch breaking ball, and Wilson does a nice job of inside outing a fastball. Just taking it the other way. Doesn't overswing. The Diamondbacks, they scored first last night in the second inning. It was a solo shot by Miguel Montero.
Cliff Pennington hitting .209. First and third, no one out in the second. Single walk single. And another line drive. That's going to fall in front of Denorfia. First and third again, and it's 2-0 as Nieves scores. Wilson to third. Pennington with his 9th RBI.
The Diamondbacks swinging early in the count. Josh Wilson down 0-1 got a fastball. Cliff Pennington, he gets a high fastball. First pitch. It was elevated, but he stayed on top of it to drive in another run.
And that brings up the pitcher, Patrick Corbin. Darren Balsley out to the mound. 4 straight men reaching safely, 3 singles and a walk. And Clayton Richards' problems continue. Started tonight with an ERA just under 8.
Now that one pitch we just saw was an elevated fastball, and I know Clayton Richard made quite an adjustment last year. A lot of ground balls. Why? Because when he missed down. And he had such a great groove going, working at the knees and below. Eventually hitters are going to swing. That's when he got the ground balls. Just need to make an adjustment. Hit the top of Nick Hundley's shoe tops. If he aims down that way, he can't get hurt.
Corbin 1 for 9, a double. And it's a safety squeeze. Not well executed. And then Richard throws it away. Now the runner will score. And all the way to second base goes Corbin. Holding at third is Pennington. It's 3-0. We've seen Richard having trouble throwing strikes to first base, and that's why often he'll run it halfway, but he didn't have that option. And he threw it wildly to right field.
Just worked under it a little bit too much, out of the reach of Jed Jerko covering. Looks like he's got almost a changeup grip on that ball. 3-finger grip.
Pennington winds up at third and Corbin at second. 3 runs home, still no one out. Back to the top of the order, A.J. Pollock. Infield in at the corners, back up the middle. Pollock barely thrown out on a good play by Cabrera to open the game. Credit Corbin with a sacrifice bunt and reaches safely on the air. That ball is hit well to right center. Blanks can't get there. All the way to the seats, the jack deck for a ground rule double. Flying around second is Pollock. He'll have to go back to second, but 2 more runs score as Pollock knocks in his 11th and 12th of the season, getting Pennington and Corbin to plate. 5-0. Ground rule double.
Boy, these Diamondbacks, breaking balls, fastballs, swinging early in the count, and also driving that breaking ball the opposite way. That's one thing I've noticed, these Diamondback hitters, nice and easy swings, not over swinging.
Five runs home and still no one out as Martin Prado takes a strike. Clayton making his 6th start of the season. He had one quality start. That was against Colorado. No decision, went 6 innings, allowed only 2 hits and no runs. But the other 4 starts, and again tonight, have been rough.
Just missing up in the zone with both the breaking ball and the fastball.
2 strikes on Prado with Goldschmidt on deck.
And as a pitcher, in an inning like this, you start maybe thinking a little bit too much. Am I doing this right? Am I doing that right? Sometimes it's one of the hardest things to do is to make an adjustment with the baseball and work down in the zone to make a good quality pitch.
Line foul. We're getting good swings even when out in front.
That was a nice grab by that gentleman right there.
No glove, but big, good hands. Pollock goes to third. The throw, not even close. Well, there's understandably a distraction for Richard. All this base traffic, and he didn't pay full attention. And Pollock steals third with no one out. Tonight's Cold Hard Fact brought to you by Frost Brewed Coors Beer. Most career runs without a loss against Arizona. Tim Hudson 7-0, but Clayton started tonight 6-0 against the D-backs. And with the man at third and no one out, the infield comes in. Prado striking out for the first out. Here's Goldschmidt.
If he's going to throw him a soft breaking ball, heads up, Everett Cabrera and Chase Headley on the left side. Big boy like Paul Goldschmidt, he's going to pull a soft pitch on the inside part of the plate that way.
Lines this one to right. That's plenty deep. Blanks with a catch. Tagging is Pollock. And it's the 6th run of this inning for the D-backs. They are doing everything right. Goldschmidt with his 20th run batted in.
You know, for a big guy, Goldschmidt does a nice job of driving that ball the opposite way. You see a physique of a first baseman built like Goldschmidt, you're thinking everything's pull, 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 pull. Not the case.
Ninth man to bat in the inning, Cody Ross. Finally, the bases are empty. They've all come around to score. Ross tapped to the mound his first time. And another base hit. Most of them going to the opposite field. Oh, Gerardo Parra, who singled in that same direction his first time, comes up for the second time in the inning. Speed had him out in front. So in the inning, 1, 2, 3, 4 singles and a double and a throwing error by Richard.
And what you don't like to see early on is action in the bullpen. Brad Boxberger heating up for the Padres here in the second.
1-1. I can't remember Clayton since coming over from the White Sox having a stretch of games that have been so disastrous. And sharply ground ball. Jerko able to close in on it and throw out. Parra to end the inning, but 6-0 Arizona. Petco, where the healthy pets go. By Farmers Insurance. Contact your local agent at 888-96-FARMERS. And by the experienced Buick lease. It's a new lease on luxury. Bottom of the second inning, and young Patrick Corbin leaning on a 6-0 lead as he faces Kyle Blanks, Yonder Alonso, and Jed Jerko. Blanks hitting .282 at the start, with Cameron Maben on the disabled list. Blanks is filled in rather nicely. Nubs that one. Look at the spin on it. Corbin pounces and throws him out. It's like a little tornado twisting its way up toward the first baseline.
Well, it's not a good feeling when your club has to play catch up, but down by 6 early. Got to put together some good at-bats. We talked about it many times with Mark Sweeney about not giving away innings as a pitcher, not giving away at-bats as a hitter.
Well, Yonder Alonso last night didn't give away an at-bat, a key 2-run home run. He also had a single, a 2-for-4 night. 3-2 was the score at the time, and the 2-run shot, his 4th of the year, gave the Padres a 4-3 lead.
Tell you what, you talk about making an adjustment. We talked about the maturing of Yonder Alonso. If I would have seen that pitch out of the hand, then freeze it before he swung, and somebody said, hey, he hits a home run to right center field, I would have bet no way. But he has made an adjustment nicely. Phil Plantier, Alonzo Powell working hard with these hitters. Alonso strong like bull last night.
His play is strong here at Petco. He's hitting .375 at home, but he goes down swinging here on 3 pitches. First strikeout for Corbin.
Well, Patrick Corbin was charting last night. He was watching these Padre hitters, so pitch by pitch, he gets ahead with the fastball, outside corner, tries to go inside, out, in, back, forth. That's the old slurve, getting him out in front. He's got hard on his mind, so he kind of just flips it up there, down and away for the strikeout.
Jed Jerko, 3 hits last night, his first 3-hit game in the majors, raising his average up to .260. Last 11 games, Jerko really finding his range, hitting .333. In your interview in the Padres live pregame show with Jerko, he knows his basketball history in West Virginia, doesn't he?
Yes, he does. And you know what was interesting during the interview? He pulled out the old how Jerry West is on the logo of the NBA, right? That red, white, and blue logo. That was very solid.
Didn't have time to ask him about Hot Rod Hundley. Huh?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Maybe next time. Rip to center field. He continues to really look comfortable at the plate. Even his out last night was a deep drive to right field. First Padre hit with 2 outs brings up Hundley.
I remember Mark Sweeney talking about Jed Jerko in Chicago, and he was making some outs to the right side, going to right center field, right field, and that's okay because you've got the great discipline of staying inside the baseball and trying to drive a pitch away that way. The right approach. That was a very solid hit right there off the bat of the Padre rookie.
Hundley, the only Padre last night not to collect a hit. He went 0 for 4. He still has the best average of any Padre player. There it is, hitting .310. Denorfia, the other 300 hitter in the lineup tonight, .303. Hit well, but off the end of the bat, and that's not going to go far. Ross makes the catch. Padres are gone in the second. Diamondbacks own a 6-0 advantage.
Away, the Padres down 6-0 to the Diamondbacks. Well, Padres faithful is something that we're all familiar with and something that Padres players really appreciate. Those lifelong fans that mean so much to this organization. And one of them, a season ticket holder since 1969, passed away Monday at the age of 90. She was a member of the Padres, and her name was Sue, nicknamed Mama Eidecker. Her family has 5 seats in the first row of Section 107, just behind the dugout there, and you see some flowers in her spot. Those are obviously in remembrance of her, and I'm sure that Sue is watching over us tonight and enjoying watching some Padres from a really nice view. Dick.
Yeah, thank you, Laura. She such a devoted fan of baseball and the Padres. Oh, what a play by Headley. That was an Olay. Throw the glove out there on a wicked hop and field it cleanly. Give that man a gold glove. Oh, he already has one. Well done.
Breaky ball in. Now, that is not an easy play. The in-between hopper is always a tough one. Plenty of time to gather himself because the ball was hit so sharply.
And speaking of defense, by getting through the first 2 innings tonight without committing an error, the Arizona Diamondbacks have set a franchise record, going 116 innings without a single error. And they've only committed 5 all season. Josh Wilson single to right field, drove in a run. Wilson making his 3rd tour to Arizona. Florida initially coming up, this 32-year-old, then Washington, Tampa Bay, Arizona, San Diego for part of the season, Seattle, Arizona again, Milwaukee, and now Arizona again. 1-2 the count to Josh Wilson. That's the sinking fastball that
Two-seamer, yep,
has worked well for Clayton Richard out of the strike zone, but a tough pitch to hit. Final game of the series tomorrow, Mark, 12:30 here on Fox Sports San Diego. Edinson Volquez 2-3 against Ian Kennedy, 1-2, the right-hander from Southern California.
You know, Josh Wilson is a very valuable part of the Diamondbacks team. He was a valuable part as a part of the San Diego Padre team as well. Emergency pitcher.
That's right.
He's pitched for the Rays. He's pitched for the Diamondbacks. He pitched for the Padres. Both for the Diamondbacks and Padres in the same year, 2009. And then with the Rays back in 2007. So, hey, a good guy to have on the team, right?
So games either that have gone extraordinarily long and all the pitchers have been used, or they're lopsided games and the manager doesn't want to use a regular pitcher, so he puts in Wilson. Performs commendably. Cabrera fires to first in time. Good range by Everett Cabrera for the 2nd out.
Well, he knows when to turn up the dial on that arm as well. Josh Wilson doesn't have blazing speed, but he gets down the line quickly. Watch him catch his ball, eyes it, and then turn it up. Gets him by a half step.
Two outs to Cliff Pennington. Drove in a run in the 6-run 2nd inning with a single. 10 men came to bat in that 2nd. 4 of the 6 runs were earned, with a throwing error by Clayton Richard extending the inning.
It's like Darren Balsley talking some pitching, some angle of pitches. Possibly that out of the hand of Clayton Richard. He got squeezed on that one. That's a good pitch.
Two and one. Gets the call there, right on the edge of the outside corner. Did he go? Yes. Pennington strikes out. The second strikeout for Richard, who bounces back and retires the side in order in the third.
Question. This is a good one. Since it's beach towel night, where's the best beach to use tonight's beach towel? You can vote on Twitter by using the following hashtags. Hashtag Coronado Towel. Hashtag Mission Towel. La Jolla Towel. Hashtag Pacific Towel. Hashtag Ocean Towel. Get on Twitter. Tell us what you think. Hey, when you're thinking beach, you really can't go wrong, but everybody has their favorite. And we will be back with the results later in the ballgame. Where's Alpine Beach?
Yeah, how did that not get in there? You must have a little pond with some sand around it.
Oh, we got Palo Verde Lake out there now.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it's nice.
Right. Clayton Richard, then the top of the order, Tenorfia and Cabrera. 1-1 the count. 6-0. Patrick Corbin and the D-backs in the lead. Broken bat, and he dumps it into left field. So Richard chipping in with the bat. Leadoff hitter on. Good sign here in the third.
Even if you get one or two in this inning, good sign. Clayton Richard, that bat will die happy. You can hear that bat snap all the way up here.
Clayton's first hit of the season. He was 0 for 7 coming in. Denorfia grounded to short his first time. '91 on the inside corner.
Well, he likes to bury that fastball into the righties, doesn't he, Patrick
yeah.
Corbin?
Not a lot of left-handers want to come inside the right-handed hitters. That's a good reason why he's having considerable success. And he goes outside. He is moving the ball around.
Yep.
And 1-2, a changeup.
Yeah.
Well, after giving you that information that this is an all-time record for consecutive errorless play by the D-backs, apparently not so after all, based on a play last night. Fly ball to left, routine. Ross has it. Last night in the 7th inning, with Guzman at second, Kyle Blanks with this base hit. Here's the play to the plate, and it gets away. Guzman scores, and that allowed Blanks to move to second base. At the time, they didn't charge an error to move the runner to second. And overnight, apparently, a scoring change made. So the D-backs fall a couple innings shy of an all-time record.
So 6 errors going into this game, correct?
Correct. Yeah, so the totals last night would be 6, 7, and 1.
I mean, that seemed like a pretty much a no-brainer when,
Yeah,
you know,
I had marked error in my book, in fact.
And I'm going on your call.
Okay, thank
That's
you.
what I'm going on.
We got to stick together. Just a little low. 1-1 to Everett. He flied to center field his first at bat. Would be nice to get a run or two here to start chipping away. Yeah, Fox Track says that was a good strike. That is 1-2 off speed.
You know, that was one of the things I said about Corbin when he took them out. Very aggressive with all of his pitches in the zone. I mean, he's throwing it for the heart of the plate with that breaky ball, letting the ball work on the breaky ball down and in. And he's moving the fastball out and in quite nicely.
Well, the Angels thought a lot of him. They took him in the second round 4 years ago. Second strikeout for Patrick Corbin. And with 2 outs, it's Chase Headley.
So fastballs, breaky balls, and he finishes off Cabrera with a changeup down and away. It's picked inside the glove of Corbin. Stays on top of it. Good arm action.
Headley hit by a pitch on his foot, his left foot. Bouncer to short. Easy play there at second. Inning over. We've completed 3 at Petco. Diamondbacks in control, 6-0. Presents Padres Baseball. Brought to you by Sequan Casino. Real friendly and real close. And by the Arumco Group. Purchase, refinance, reverse. After 3, the total 6 runs, 5 hits, no errors, 2 left for Arizona. Padres no runs, 2 hits, 1 error, and have stranded 3. Clayton Richard worked to Patrick Corbin, then the top of the order, Pollock and Prado. Well, tomorrow, Military Day, Sunday, always a great day here at Petco, and the salute to the spouses of the military tomorrow. And we're going to have all those great little leaguers here, 6,000 or more, going to be on hand.
Well, Mark Sweeney is down by the Padre dugout, and after this pitch, Mark, I have a question to pose to you. I see these Diamondback hitters after the first 3 innings very aggressive early in the count.
Yeah, early in the count, aggressive, but also going the other way like you guys talked about earlier in the game. Their approaches are using the middle of the field against Clayton Richard.
Corbin 1-2 the count.
Yeah, hopefully Clayton can make an adjustment. There's a guy who knows a little bit about the game of baseball itself. Groove, Don Baylor. Good man right there.
Strikeout number 3 for Clayton Richard. Don Baylor was an all-state football player with that body, you can believe that, in Texas. And then came up in the Baltimore organization, traded to the Angels. Instrumental in they're getting so close to a World Series. Boston rallying to beat them.
Boy, 1986. Probably the best year for playoffs in baseball and World Series. That was one heck of, I mean, American National and World Series.
One and one. Pollock robbed of a hit by Cabrera at shortstop going into the hole and to throw him out on a close play. Then he doubled to right center to knock in 2 of the 6 runs in the second inning. You notice when women especially get a souvenir, it's always a religious experience reading her lips.
It is kind of a different reaction, isn't it?
Yeah.
It'd be even better if that ball came like in a powder blue box, right?
That Tiffany's
exactly.
color,
Yeah. Everything's better.
Hey, Mother's Day's coming up.
I know. Yep.
You got to start thinking about that. Full count to Pollock.
I mean, you could put a Slurpee coupon in one of those blue boxes and they'll go nuts, right?
Oh, you've always said that'd be a great giveaway here at the ballpark.
Yeah.
Just give away Tiffany boxes and just, you put anything in there. Pollock has crushed that one to deep left center field, and that ball is out of here. A.J. Pollock, home run number 4, and it's 7-0.
Well, full count. Full count pitch, and Clayton Richard is going to try to throw a quality strike, have him earn his way on base. Nick Hundley's glove. He wants it. It's elevated. It's elevated. He wanted it in a little bit more. Well, he gets his hands through nicely there.
Had the sound, didn't it?
And Clayton's still having difficulty.
Just cleared the fence into the bullpen.
Locating that fastball.
Ground ball, Jerko, a diving stop and throws out Prado. So the infielders, Headley, Cabrera, and Jerko, all with outstanding plays here in the game.
And Jed Jerko and the infielders and the defense behind Clayton Richard, they're going to get dirty. They're going to try to get every out they can to try to help out Clayton Richard, who's having difficulty locating the fastball. So Jed lays out. And the kid from West Virginia makes a heck of a play.
Goldschmidt grounded to third and a sacrifice fly to right.
Guys, watching that play down here, Jed Jerko showing that arm strength, especially coming up in an awkward position. Very impressive.
That's that training at third base and building the arm strength. So now at second, that's he can throw a hard strike over to first.
The beach towel can be used in many ways, not just on the beach, but also a cape. Superman here. He wants to rally the troops. You got to love the effort.
Yeah. D-backs, who have lost 4 in a row, have rolled a lucky 7 so far. And A.J. Pollock head of the hitting list. Home run and a 2-run double. Three and one. Goldschmidt. He walks more than any D-back, 18 times this year, and strikes out more than any Arizona player. And a 2-out walk. The third free pass from Clayton Richard. All right, a look at the Saquon Casino Daycation stat of the game, and it involves Paul Goldschmidt. Among National League hitters, 5th most strikeouts thus far this year. Jay Bruce continues to have trouble in that department. Ugla, Weeks, Upton, basically all the home run hitters. Here's Cody Ross, a single and a tap back to the mound. Strike one.
Goldschmidt last year, 20 home runs. He struck out 130 times. You know, if you're going to strike out 130, 140 times, yeah. Put the ball out of the ballpark 20 to 30 times. It goes with the territory.
It's when you're hitting 10 home runs and striking out over 100 times that it's a concern. Ross leaning out over home plate, almost caught the inside corner. Might have nicked the black. Shot to center. He has his second single. Cody Ross moving to second is Goldschmidt.
That was a changeup that was up that had no action. It was just flat up, and Darren Balsley on the phone to see who's ready. 73 pitches for Clayton.
Brings up Gerardo Parra, singled and scored, and smashed one to second, handled by Jerko, threw him out.
Kind of a rough go around for Clayton when you put it in perspective. 73 pitches to record 11 outs.
7 runs on 7 hits and 3 walks. First and second, 2 out. Always have liked this man at the plate, Gerardo Parra. He's got a terrific outfield arm. Good defensive player. He's a tough out. Right at 300 at the moment, 302. Nick Hundley to go out to talk with his pitcher. Saturday night struggle for Clayton Richard.
You know, Mark, I wanted to ask you a question. And understanding Clayton Richard doesn't have his stuff. Darren Balsley loves that down and away strike. And you're seeing that comfort level from the Arizona Diamondbacks hitters. I'd just like to see the pitchers go up, you know, just down and in, move their feet a little bit.
Yeah.
I just wanted to ask your opinion on that.
Sure. Let me say, first of all, when you're struggling like Clayton Richard is struggling tonight, just to throw a quality strike, it seems to me, is the frustrating part of it. By trying to move their feet, by going inside, when you're struggling like that, boy, you want to try to concentrate on making a good quality pitch. So if you're wasting a pitch to try to make them move their feet when you don't have the location, I don't know if that makes any sense, but he's having trouble with the fastball. He's having trouble with the changeup. He's having trouble.
4-pitch walk, and that's all that Bud Black wants to see. So the bases are loaded. Already 7-0, and Brad Boxberger, called up from Tucson a couple of days ago, is going to inherit this 7-0 deficit as Clayton Richard wobbly again. Bases loaded, 2 outs in the 4th. We'll take a break. Diamondbacks with 2 out, and Brad Boxberger comes in from the bullpen to relieve Clayton Richard.
Well, Clayton Richard, tough go around this afternoon, and we want to take a look at some of the pitches. Elevation is the one thing we're going to focus on. He didn't have the pinpoint control of the fastball, so it wasn't effective. He couldn't hit down and away. He hung the breaking ball as well. Wanted to try to bat, and it's a fine line. It might be only a couple inches, might be 6 inches or so. But once again, something middle in, something they can turn on. That's the home run there. And we all know when Clayton Richard is on, he's dotting that corner in, he's dotting it out, he's getting ahead with the fastball, he's burying that breaking ball back by the back foot there. And you see so far the line on Clayton, 3 2/3. Or the walks, the hits.
So Brad Boxberger comes in, 24-year-old. Part of the 4 players acquired from the Cincinnati Reds in the Matt Latos deal. Will Neves. First ball hunting, sends a fly ball to right. Kyle Blanks searches it out, and the inning is over. But another run for the D-backs, the home run by A.J. Pollock, and a 7-0 lead.
Invites fans to bring their used gear, especially baseballs and gloves, to its annual collection drive tomorrow right here at Petco Park. It's going to be from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. The collection gives families a way to donate unused or outgrown equipment, gathering dust in your garage to benefit other kids who are in need of gear. Each donation will receive a ticket to enter a raffle with the opportunity to win San Diego Padres tickets, promotional items, and exciting autographed items. So collection bins are going to be located throughout Petco Park, mainly in the main entry gates, and staffed by Kid Gear volunteers. So the kids' gear for baseball collection drive tomorrow right here at Petco Park, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Make a kid's day, make a kid's summer.
Make him smile like that young lad we just saw. Carlos Quinton, a long out to left field right near the wall at the 357 mark, caught by Cody Ross. And Cinco de Mayo tomorrow, celebrate the Mexican holiday here at the ballpark. The Little Leaguers will be here, Military Day. Oh, I want to be sure to send out a tip of the Padre cap to Chef Braulio. The chef heard that I was a little under the weather and cooked up some chicken soup for me.
Nice.
Yeah, and I'm feeling better already.
That hit the spot, I'll bet.
Well done. I mean, the food here, you know, the concessions, they've upgraded them tremendously, and that was, you know, Tom Garfinkel, the president, has been one of his major thrusts to, you know, bring the food of San Diego to the ballpark at a reasonable price. And then for the suites and for our cafeteria here on the press level, the food's always great. We sample all the other major league teams, and I mean, it's what they do here is first class.
Yeah, I look forward to crushing that cottage cheese and mandarin oranges on the salad bar.
Yeah, the salads are really good. But then they have
shocker.
Yeah. And a walk to lead off the 4th inning for Carlos Quentin. Well, this was the 139th run for the Roses at Churchill Downs in Louisville, Kentucky. And the winner, one of the favorites, Orb. They've had a lot of long shots. 1280 went off at about 5-1, a little over 5-1. How about Golden Soul as a long shot to place, 38-60. And Revolutionary, one of the favorites, 540 to show. Orb. And the story there was that Shug McGahee, the veteran trainer, a Hall of Famer, had never won the Derby, but he got his victory today. Blanks tap back to the mound his first time.
I wonder where Blue Note and Lucky Dan finished. One of the greatest movies of all time, The Sting.
Oh,
Paul Newman.
That was a great movie.
Robert Redford.
Young people wouldn't be able to understand how that could even happen today with all the texting and emails and all the communications that we are blessed with in this era. But that's a throwback to good old times.
Oh, yeah.
How can you pull off the Sting? Weak wave by Blanks. 1-2. Went after a pitch in the dirt. That changeup has been a good pitch.
Yep.
That was a slider there, but he's got the 92-mile-an-hour fastball, spotting that on the corners and mixing in the slider and the changeup. He lays off that slider.
You know, guys, we've been watching Patrick Corbin. He's got some pretty decent stuff, and he's been looking like he's changing speeds, but he also slows down on his changeup with his arm speed. Look for him to elevate one of those pitches for the Padre hitters.
Kind of telegraphs it a little bit, maybe.
Exactly.
Yeah, good big league hitters will pick that up.
Not by much.
Good fastball at 92. And once again, the one thing I've noticed, Mark Sweeney, is that he has no problem trying to bury that fastball into the righties.
Yeah, and he's been aggressive in the zone, inside especially, so that works off his changeup and his slider as well.
3-2 to Blanks. And he's aboard. A couple of walks from Corbin to lead off this 4th inning. Chance for the Padres to start cutting into that 7-0 advantage.
And you know, when you're down 7-0, people might think, sometimes I even fall into the trap that, hey, you need a double here. You need a home run. Well, hey, walks. Look at 2 walks here, a couple of base runners, and you hopefully get something started. That's where you still put in quality at bats, right, Mark Sweeney?
There's a lot of outs left, guys, and that's usually the message in the dugout. But you got to put those quality at bats out, and they are doing that this inning.
Yonder Alonso has hit safely in 12 of the last 13 games, and a good job with runners in scoring position. Lays off the breaking ball. Quentin and Blanks aboard. No one out here in the 4th. 7-0 Arizona. Padres were 5 for 15 last night. Runners in scoring position. Fouled away. Well, Yonder Alonso likes hitting here at Petco Park. 13 home games. And he's hitting .375, 4 doubles and a couple of home runs. And 11 of his 19 RBIs. Outside, 2-1.
Mark Sweeney, we talked about Alonso maturing as a hitter, and I would have made the bet, seeing that pitch last night, the fastball up, there was no way he was going to hit that ball out like he did.
Yeah, and I agree with you, and he's really slowed his lower half down, and he's controlled his head a little bit more. When you do that, your vision on the baseball is much better. Got on top of that fastball, and that was a nice swing last night.
That's out of play. And here is that home run swing that produced his 4th homer of the season.
The one thing I noticed that, he got on top of that from the get-go. His hands did not lower. He didn't have a hitch. allowing him to stay on top of that ball and sending it to deep right center. He nearly put it in the trash can on the jack deck.
2 balls, 2 strikes. He didn't hit his 4th home run last year to July 19th. Gets his 4th this year on May 3rd. By the mound, Corbin goes to second for 1 and back to first, a double play. Off a broken bat. A promising start to the 4th inning and 2 quick outs on the double play. Corbin throwing it to the bag and there are 2 men covering.
The second baseman covering. See Pennington trying to get out of the way. Almost a collision. Could have been nasty.
So 2 outs and Quinton moving to third base. Jed Jerko singled sharply to center field his first time. Trying to put a digit up there on the scoreboard at San Diego's line.
Well, the Padres third, 267 runners in scoring position and 2 outs. So the National League leaders there.
16 of the last 19 runs they've scored have been with 2 outs. That's a good sign. Money hits. 1-1 to Jerko. Yeah, he went around. Well, a fastball pitcher, but he's mixed in more off speed than normal. And maybe that's why he has elevated his game from a 6-8 season a year ago.
Tight breaking ball. Looks like a fastball out of the hand. He judged that by that swing, but Jerko. And he kind of recognizes that one and lays off.
Well, that's exactly right, Mark. That slider works off that fastball, and you're swinging at it because you don't see that rotation out of his hands.
Could you see the ball out of the hand, Mark Sweeney? I mean, you know, Tony Gwynn always talked about rotation. And
I think that has a lot to do with just the type of pitcher and who hides it, who doesn't, compared to the people you see.
Now Jerko fooled on a pitch in the dirt, and the Padres chance in the 4th by the boards. It remains 7-0.
Speaking of which, guys in the bullpen have a lot of time to wait around, so why not do some gardening while you're out there? There is a pepper and tomato garden that is in the process of being planted. Thanks so much, Mark Graham, for circling that for me right there. You can see the peppers and the tomatoes. They are in the process of growing, and those peppers are very spicy. Now, the ritual is that rookies have to eat the peppers if the Padres are winning, and it's actually called a ghost pepper. Guinness Book of World Records says it's the hottest pepper in the world. Guys are going to be crying. Luke Greckerson told me that they have to chug milk and sugar and water and whatever else they can find because it's so intense.
Yeah.
It's a fraternity down there.
A little initiation.
Yeah.
And
That'll
some of the
clean out your
players,
nostrils.
Yeah, some of the players like it that hot, but that sounds.
I'm not a spicy. You know, I'm not like a muy caliente type guy. I like kind of mild.
I do too.
Yeah.
Well, this came from Houston Street. Maybe
Yeah.
it's a Texas thing.
That's true.
And there's another spot on the wall out there as Josh Wilson goes down swinging, and Boxberger has the first out here in the 5th inning, his first strikeout. That looks as if they've got some tomatoes growing up on the wall, vines, and by the looks of the health of those vines, there are going to be some big old red tomatoes. Yeah, those are tomatoes right there.
Take some mayonnaise out there and make a tomato sandwich.
Yeah.
All you need is bacon, right?
BLT.
Cliff Pennington singled in a run and scored in the 6-run second inning and struck out the last time.
Well, this is a nice opportunity for Brad Boxberger to show his stuff. Good fastball, live arm. There's another changeup, back-to-back combos.
It'll be Edinson Volquez tomorrow. 1 o'clock game, 12:30 for Fox Sports San Diego on Military Day. Ian Kennedy, the right-hander, on the mound for Arizona. And then Miami comes in for the first time Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday afternoon. And we'll give you those pitching matchups as the game progresses tonight. Down goes Pennington. Back-to-back strikeouts for Boxberger. That brings up pitcher Patrick Corbin.
Well, he's always been a strikeout pitcher. He struck out 33, but he walked 18 in 27+ innings last season. He did hold right-handers to 208 average. So, yeah, Brad Boxberger, he comes right after you. Good fastball there. Very late.
Strike one. Went to high school in Tustin, up north, near LA, and to the University of Southern California. That was pretty good.
Every time I hear Tustin, I think of Sean Green. Remember Sean Green? Blue Jays, Dodgers? He was from Tustin. Wow.
And Ian Kennedy, Trojan, in his collegiate days. He'll be pitching tomorrow. A pitch away from striking out the side. Nice, easy 93.
Yep.
Struck out the side. A changeup gets Corbin. 1, 2, 3. The D-backs go in the 5th. We're at the halfway mark in this one. the second inning with 2 men on. Josh Wilson got the first run home. And then Cliff Pennington followed with a base hit to make it 2-0. And A.J. Pollock found the gap in right center for a 2-run double. A 6-run inning, and A.J. Pollock then came back in the fourth with his home run, just cleared the fence into the bullpen for a 7-0 Arizona lead. Clayton Richard going 3 2/3 innings, 7 runs, 5 were earned, 7 hits, 4 walks, and 3 strikeouts. Meanwhile, Patrick Corbin, who has pitched brilliantly 5 games. He's gone at least 6 innings, allowing either 1 or 2 runs, no more. And he has a shutout through 4, allowing just 2 hits. Nick Hundley, Brad Boxberger, light of the score, 7-0. Boxberger will hit. But Black doesn't want to exhaust that bullpen in this game. Save them for one where their services are going to be needed in a close contest. Line to right and caught by Parra.
Well, tomorrow, join the Padres as they honor the men and women who support our armed forces with Military Spouse Appreciation Day tomorrow right here at Petco Park. Enjoy a special pregame ceremony before the Padres take on the Diamondbacks. First pitch is 1:10. Get your tickets this evening at Padres.com or get on the horn, dial 619-795-5555. A special way to say thank you to the spouses.
Brad Boxberger, his second plate appearance as a major leaguer. Up 1 time last year and made an out. Unfamiliar territory for Boxberger, who takes a strike. 0-2. Well, he chops that one off home plate. A tough play, but Wilson able to make it. 2 away. Top of the order, Chris Denorfia. Denorfia is grounded to short, fly to left.
Oh, you got to come to the ballpark and get a foam finger. Have to.
To right field, that'll chase Parra back, and it's off the wall. Denorfia on his way to second base with a double. The Padres' first extra base hit today.
You know what I'm going to say? I'm going to say it doesn't surprise me because Chris Denorfia puts a good swing on it, and he's got the great approach of driving the ball the opposite way. He just looks so comfortable at the plate. Doesn't try to pull that pitch and racks up his 8th double of the season.
And he's hit Corbin in the past, 3 for 6 and a couple of home runs. And he has the best average of any National League player against Arizona. Career-wise, a .367 hitter against the D-backs. So he's at second, 2 outs. Cabrera with a chance to break this shutout bid of Patrick Corbin. He's flied to center and struck out.
Well, Mark Sweeney, when you talk about Chris Denorfia, nothing really flashy but blue collar all the way, huh?
Yeah, blue collar, but also a lot of people talk about the people that are the all-stars to this point. Chris Denorfia heads that list for the Padres.
Yeah. Who said that number 13 was unlucky? Not on the back of Denorfia.
Watch out. That one whistles past Dave Roberts, the coach at first.
What was your favorite number, Mark Sweeney?
Out of the 20 of them that I wore?
If you had to choose a number to wear on your back as a big leaguer, what would it be?
I actually loved number 11. The reason for it, because Tim Flannery wore that here. And it was one of those years that we had 1998. I came back here in 05, had a chance to wear number 11.
Nice. Dick, what was your favorite number growing up, playing sports? Number 9?
9, but that was never available. So 24, and not because of Willie Mays, although I could say that.
Yeah.
But you know, as a young kid, you usually pick a number of a major leaguer that you admire most. You know?
Right.
So the thumper in that number 9. You only wish, huh? You only wish you could hit one time, like the majestic swing of Ted Williams.
Your favorite number, Mud?
22. And I'll tell you why. Bill Gullickson went to the same high school I did. Bill pitched in the big leagues for a good 14, 15 years. And I idolized him because I went to the same high school, and he wore 22. So when he graduated, I was a freshman. I wanted 22.
Cabrera strikes out for the second time, and Denorfia stranded at second. 5 in the books, 7-0 D-backs. Brought to you by Frost Brewed Coors Light. A.J. Pollock, that's a home run contact.
Yeah, it was an elevated pitch out of the hand of Clayton Richard. He got his hands in to get that fat part of the bat, pulling the baseball into the Padre bullpen.
Home run number 4 for Pollock. He's knocked in 3 of the 7 runs today. And he leads off the 6th inning against Brad Boxberger, who impressively struck out the side in the 5th. Strike 1, went around. Alan Lorenz Pollock, AJ. And you wonder, wait a minute, AJ, it should be AL.
Is he a junior?
Yeah, must be.
Indiana Jones was a junior.
I thought he was a sophomore. To shortstop. Cabrera fires across and pulls off Alonso. Alonso had to leave the bag, and Pollock, who can run very well, ducks in under the slap tag. That's got to be an error.
Yeah, E6 there. Looks like Everett had plenty of time.
Almost too much time there.
Exactly, Dick. I was going to just say that. Works underneath it a little bit.
A little casual about, instead of getting the ball and firing across, he did a little dipsy-do.
And Alonso does the right thing. There's no way if he stays in contact with that bag, he's going to glove it. So he's got to prevent that ball from going in the stands.
So Pollock is on for the 3rd straight time. Martin Prado, a walk, strikeout, and a ground out. Paul Goldschmidt on deck. D-backs have made the runs and hits count. 7 runs, 7 hits. Padres no runs, 3 hits. Well, this was a frustrated group. These D-backs coming to the ballpark today. They were swept at home by the Giants and then came here to San Diego and lost 7-6 last night for their longest losing streak of the young season, 4 in a row. Watch out. Way back into the lower tier. Look what I found.
It's amazing what joy a baseball can bring, huh?
Right to the text. That ball hit hard into the left field corner and up against the base of the wall. Quinton plays it in to Cabrera into second base with a double. Martin Prado. Second and third with no one out here in the 6th inning. Prado's first hit.
Well, this is where you run into trouble when you throw a changeup righty on righty and it leaks in. See where Nick Hundley set up? He wants it down and away. That's a changeup, speeds up the bat, and great recognition by Prado. Up around the belt.
This man is a professional hitter.
Yeah, you know, and he does a good job of keeping that ball fair as well. Something soft like that, usually hitters will catch it way out in front and pull it foul. Not the case there.
So they threaten to add to their 7-0 lead as Paul Goldschmidt ground out sacrifice fly and a walk. To right field, toward the line, a long run for Blanks. Makes the catch in fair territory. Tagging and scoring is Pollock. 8-0. Another sacrifice fly for Goldschmidt, and Prado moves over to third with one out.
Well, Major League Baseball and People Magazine have teamed up to pay tribute for heroes. Now through May 17th, visit tributeforheroes.com to nominate an active or former member of the Armed Forces of the United States or Canada for their chance to represent their favorite team at the Major League Baseball All-Star Game this year in New York City. Winners will be announced July 10th. Log on now for more details.
So one out. Cody Ross has a pair of singles in 3 trips. Grounds it to Cabrera. Infield in. They look back the runner. Prado 2 away. Black had the infield playing in, and it pays off. Denies another run. And here's Gerardo Parra. Single, hard ground ball to second and a walk. Change up. Another off speed. 0-2. You know, all the words in the dictionary. That's a great book, that dictionary. I just sometimes just go in there and you just find things that are
Word of the day.
I'm being serious.
Yeah.
No, I love the dictionary. All the words, and yet the word does not have a single word that rhymes with it.
I've got one.
That one doesn't count.
I don't know if it's in the dictionary,
no,
though.
that one doesn't count. W-O-R-D, word.
Gotcha. Let's see, word. How about bird?
Well, I think it does, bird and word. But when you spell it W-O-R-D, another word.
Oh, so you're thinking another word with O-R-D.
That rhymes with word, but it has to be O-R-D.
Yeah.
Just like orange, there's no word that rhymes with orange. Although you'll probably come up with one.
That's a good one, though.
Para with the count 1-2.
You're right, though. Spelled that way. You're right. O-R-D. You're right. You're absolutely correct.
Another one, something about colors. Orange. Silver doesn't have a word that rhymes with it. And purple.
Purple's a great color. Color of royalty.
Right, and the Colorado Rockies also. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. Stick around, folks. If it gets worse. After 5.5. 8-0 Arizona.
We head into the bottom of the 6th inning, and this towel is fantastic, presented to us by Cox. I've got it on. I'm enjoying it. I'm going to take it to the beach. And speaking of the beach, let's talk about our Twitter poll results tonight. We've got some great ones here for you. First, we're going to see this pitch.
Knocked down by Corbin, right back to the catcher, and the throw to first, not in time. That would have been a tough way to make an out. A liner back to the box. Karams back toward the catcher, and Headley looks with surprise. How in the world did that ball come to first base and almost get me? Hopefully Corbin okay.
Just goes to show you it's not a glancing blow. And where does this get Corbin? Oh, looks out the left ankle.
And Nieves pouncing on it, almost made the play. Headley with the 4th Padre hit. We'll get back to you, Laura.
All right, we have to get to our Twitter poll here. It's on.
Oh, yes.
It's very good tonight on our favorite beaches in the area.
Yeah. You're from a land of great beaches there in Florida.
Yes, and we'll be heading that way soon to take on the Rays. Here's our results, and as you can see, our winner is Mission. And there's the hashtag Mission Towel. That's where you can use your beach towel giveaway. I personally would have picked Pacific. I like PB the best. What about you guys? But Pacific came in last. What's up with that?
And Dick, what's your favorite?
Oh, I love Coronado. I mean, I'm not a beach guy, but I don't care. You can go to the beach. I just want to go to Coronado and then look at the beach and then go to that beautiful Del Hotel.
Yeah, I'm a Coronado Beach guy as well. Been there many times. Love to take the kids there. A lot of room, and like you said, they can take a stroll down to the Hotel Del.
Go down the Strand.
Laura, have you been down to Coronado since you've been here in San Diego?
I have, and it's absolutely beautiful.
That hotel is great. Just to wander through there, all those beautiful wood paneled walls.
My parents actually went there when they first got married, and they told me I had to go and check it out because it was a piece of history that is apparently important to my family.
Yeah. Carlos Quinton, 1-2 the count. Headley with the leadoff single. Quinton, a long out to left and a walk. There it is from the Ocean Inn, Great Hotel Del. That is a grand dame.
The best.
Hey, there's your
I left
sand
my
toys.
sand toys out there again.
No.
That place opened up in 1887.
Right. I mean, the style always shocks visitors to San Diego because we're so Spanish and in many ways so modern. And then you go out to Coronado Island and you see that hotel that you would imagine in Maine or Rhode Island somewhere. It's character. 3-2 to Quinton. Check swing. Did he go? Afraid so. 5 strikeouts for Corbin on a 3-2 pitch. Quinton went around, no question. With his strength, that would have been a sarcastic double. Kyle Blanks grounded to the pitcher and walked. An efficient performance, just the 1 inning, 22 pitches in the 4th when he walked to both Quinton and Blanks to begin the inning. Got out of it without any damage. Great mixture of pitches, and he's got most of the Padre hitters off balance.
And not a lot of good hacks off of Patrick Corbin. Mixing it in nicely.
Just the 2 walks. He hit the batter. Struck out 5. 3 singles and a double. Pretty good down and away action on that fastball.
You know, the one thing as I reevaluate talking about Clayton Richard tonight and the outing that he had in the 3 2/3, just didn't seem to have the velocity and the life of the fastball that I expected. He just couldn't make the adjustment of getting the pitches down. And sometimes that's easier said than done. Jason Marquis on the right talking to John Baker. John Baker always in the middle of a conversation. I like that.
He can talk about just about everything. He's a very bright guy. Oops. Kyle pounds that one off his own shin or ankle.
Dick, I got a question for you.
Okay.
Did you ever meet Marilyn Monroe?
I did not.
Did you meet Jack Lemmon?
Yes, I have. I did meet Jack
How about
Lemmon.
Tony? How about Tony Curtis?
I can't remember.
Because
Yeah.
they started Some Like It Hot, which was
It-
filmed at Hotel Del Coronado.
Oh yeah, there's still some photos up on
Yeah.
the wall there. Yeah,
Marilyn Monroe.
that's
how
a
you
great
doing?
movie. Full count now to Blanks. Carlos Quinton had worked it full, but struck out. Headley still at first, 1 out here in the Padres 6th inning. Ball 4. 2 on here in the 6th with 1 out. Let's go back to Laura.
Well, last night in the 8th inning, we saw Yonder Alonso make a fantastic catch in foul territory. And then what happened after was something that made a lot of people laugh really hard. You can see he makes the catch and then just kind of slowly falls over, does an acrobatic somersault. Well, John Baker had a lot of fun with this and really gave Yonder a hard time. Said that there's now a new phenomenon among the Padres players. It's called yondering, where you just slowly come up to a barrier and fall over it. I haven't tried it yet. You guys let me know if you like it.
That's very clever. I like that.
Yondering. Yeah, it puzzled everyone because he didn't run into the barrier. He actually took those 2 steps, and it wasn't like he was tottering or teetering. He just did a little dive into the first row. Now you be careful now. We're on the road. I don't want you yondering. Alonso has struck out and bounced into a double play.
You know, we can laugh at that. I'm just glad he didn't get hurt because that could have been nasty.
We saw the first baseman of the Milwaukee Brewers rip up his knee.
Yeah.
Going into it full force.
Matt Gamble, right?
Right. Gamble.
He's still out. He's out for the year.
Re-injured it.
Yeah.
In spring training. 2-1, and pitcher Corbin getting a visit from Nieves. His catcher doesn't like what he's seeing here.
Yeah, he wasn't wasting any time. After that pitch, he ran right out to the mound. A little pep talk right here. Can't tell you exactly what he's saying, but probably something he is mentioning to him is, hey, you're up 8-0. We're in the 6th. Don't try to be too fine against these guys. He's walked 3.
And hit 1. And that's tying his career high for wildness. So 2-1 to Alonso. 2 on. 1 gone. 6th inning and an 8-0 lead staring at the Padres. Pulled foul.
Can't get away with anything in this game when you do something like that. Your teammate, that's the great thing about it.
Yeah.
Having your teammates get on you and just yucking it up and having fun.
Alonso goes down again. That's the second time he's struck out. 6 for Corbin. John Baker does his comedic analysis of the Alonso move at that barrier last night.
There's some cup holders over here, but he caught the ball and then decided to do some sort of a gymnastics maneuver. I don't know how comfortable, kind of like this and then over and then back. And I think that, I don't know if the intention was to get on SportsCenter or to have a play of the day.
So 2 on 2 out to Jerko, a strike. He has a single and a strikeout tonight. Headley at second. Lanks at first. Padres still with nothing on the board. In the dirt. And the plate umpire Dan Bellino says you went around. Didn't have to ask for help from the first base umpire Barrett. That's the pitch that he struck out on the last time, Jerko. Struck him out. 6 starts for Corbin, 6 quality starts, 6 innings, shutout pitching.
Right now, Mark, the story of the game has to be Patrick Corbin.
Yeah, when he's been backed by offense, but Patrick Corbin has that electric stuff. You talk to the Diamondbacks people, they talk about this might be their best pitcher and very athletic on the mound, but the stuff, he established that fastball in and also had the breaking ball and changeup to go along with it.
Well, we have seen the Padres have some big innings. Hopefully, with a couple more scratches at this, they'll be able to claw their way back into the game. When we see in a post-game show, we'll recap all that happened. You're going to hear from the manager, Buddy Black, and we'll take you for a tour of highlights all around the major leagues. We'll see you guys after the final out.
All right, we'll be there. And Brad Brock comes in to pitch. This is interesting because Brock, disappointing outing last night, came in ninth inning with the Padres ahead 7-3, gave up a single and a walk. Both those men came around to score on the home run by Parra as the D-backs came close to pulling out the win in the ninth. And Bud Black was understandably not happy with Brock's effort. Jesus Guzman and a double switch goes into left field, put him in the ninth spot in the batting order. Brad Boxberger goes 2 1/3, 1 run unearned, just 1 hit, no walks, and 4 strikeouts. Good effort by Boxberger. Will Nieves, then Josh Wilson and Cliff Pennington for the D-backs in the 7th.
Yeah, Brad Brock's got to iron some things out. Even the last 2 outings, that last one in Chicago where he didn't record an out.
Jerko behind second to throw out Nieves.
And a great start by Brad Brock. Getting a ground ball, getting him out early. He's got live stuff. I get choked up just talking about it. A little deception in that delivery.
No, in his pitching delivery, not your choked up
right,
oral
exactly.
delivery.
Yeah.
Okay. Gotcha. Wilson, RBI single, a ground out, and a strikeout. High strike. Back through the middle. Might have hit the pitcher Brock and goes 1-6-3. Well, around the major leagues today, let's take a look at some of the highlights. John Jay of the St. Louis Cardinals, a home run and a single, knocked in 4 of the 7 runs. Cardinals beat the Brewers. Freddie Garcia with the Padres in spring training and released, picked up by the Orioles, and he goes 6 2/3, gives up only 2 runs, 3 hits. No decision as the Orioles beat the Angels in 10. And Miguel Cabrera, he's up there every night, isn't he? 2 more home runs, 6 RBIs in the Detroit Tiger win. In that ballpark, when you see replays of Cabrera's home runs in Detroit, it looks as if he's playing a little league park.
Yeah.
Everything he hits goes.
He makes every park look small, huh?
2 outs to Cliff Pennington. A single, an RBI single, and a couple of strikeouts. Two and 1. In a manner, Brock is pitching for his current major league life, trying to impress Bud Black that he can get the job done. Get this side retired in order. Get some A marks on his report card. The professor, Bud Black, making his notations. Full count to Pennington. The pitcher Corbin due next.
I think a coach or a manager in a situation like this would rather see a hit given up rather than a walk.
Especially 8-0 game.
Yep.
And he walked it. He walks through the generations. Managed to drive managers crazy. It's their least favorite thing to observe. Corbin executed a safety squeeze, and then Clayton Richard threw the ball away, but he got a run home and then safe on the air. and has struck out the last 2 times. Reaches out and pecks that one foul. And that one as well. Stays alive. 0-2. That's playable. Angling into foul territory. Cabrera called off by Quentin. And Brad Brock gets the job done in the 7th. It's still 8-0. Sports San Diego presents Padres Baseball. Brought to you by Petco, where the healthy pets go. Last of the 7th inning. Padres trailing the D-backs 8-0 ever since the 2nd inning when Arizona brought 6 men home against starter Clayton Richard. Jesus Guzman will hit second. Guzman making that last play in foul territory as he's replaced Carlos Quentin. Hundley, Guzman, and then Denorfia in the last of the 7th against Patrick Corbin. Padres have had a runner on base every inning. They have stranded 7, unable to get anyone home. Hundley is flying to left and line to right. Off the fist, off fly ball, foul territory. Prado with the first down. Padres have been shut out twice this year. That nasty trip up to San Francisco where Lincecum and Zito back-to-back shutouts, 2-0 and 5-0. Guzman batting for the first time. Ground ball right to Prado. 2 quick outs here in the 7th.
This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the San Diego Padres and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. The accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the San Diego Padres.
Build a sandbox and they will come.
Hours of fun.
Yeah, that's a great piece of planning by management of the Padres, where parents can sit out there in very inexpensive seats in the park. Kids can come down, play in the sand, and the parents can watch the ball game. And the kids are well under control. Denorfia, grounder to short, fly to left, and he doubled over right fielder Parra's head the last time up.
You know, the great thing about this beach out here is that you can play and you can kind of eat out there, and you don't have to worry about seagulls swooping down and trying to steal your food from you.
That's right. Well, it's not always the case. You get over closer to the beach. Boy, they're smart, those seagulls.
Oh yeah,
They check out the food and they find themselves a perch in timing.
well, they know about when the game's going to be over, so they perch up top and kind of wait.
That ball hit well to left field by Denorfia, way back, and he will touch them all. Goodness. The rest of the Padres having trouble with Corbin, but Denorfia has just hit his third home run off Corbin in just 10 at-bats. And finally, the fans can cheer a Padre run. It's 8-1.
2-1 fastball turning on it. Denorfia going the opposite way with regularity, especially in the 5th inning with that double. Well, he sees the fastball, and Mr. Enberg is smiling ear to ear.
Well, I made that pick because he's
Pick
had
the
such
stick.
good success against Corbin.
Yeah.
So he's got a double and a home run. So that's the first time my pick has hit a home run.
That's like
I hope
8 points for
somebody
you tonight, right?
I guess. Whatever. But
Oh,
I mean,
come
it
on.
just-
Like
it
you're
just-
not calculating
I'm
after
just
every hit.
you do, right? But because it's so simple for you.
I know. Negative. I can count the negatives.
So Chris Denorfia with his second home run of the season. It's 8-1. And a bouncer to first baseman Goldschmidt, the 3-1 putout. And the inning is over, but a point for the Padres as Denorfia finds a seat in the left field bleachers. It's 8-1. And a new pitcher for the Padres, Anthony Bass, to open the 8th inning. Last night, Dodgers and Giants, and Hanley Ramirez trying to go first to third on a base hit. Comes up lame. He pulls a hamstring, and Ramirez, who had a late start on the season because of a tendon injury in spring training in his thumb, and the word is he'll be on the DL with that severe hamstring pull. Bad news for the Dodgers. And Marista goes in to play third base for Headley. And Anthony Bass comes in as the 4th Padre pitcher. Top of the order, Pollock, Prado, and Goldschmidt. Amarista inserted in the 3rd spot in the batting order will lead off the bottom of the 8th inning. We're presuming this is just to give Headley a couple of innings rest, but he was hit by a pitch earlier in the game. Hopefully nothing serious.
Well, Brad Boxberger had a nice outing, 2 1/3, struck out 4. Brett Brock bounced back nicely. He walked 1 in 1 inning, and now Anthony Bass will take over. But Black trying to spread it out. And the pitchers always stick together. Stoltz, Volquez, Marquis.
Pollock with a 2-run double and a home run. And a walk. Start the 8th inning.
Monday on Fox Sports San Diego, right here, catch a new episode of Padres Weekly. Join Will Venable as he goes back to school. Hey, Shakespeare for everybody. Plus, join the Padres head groundskeeper Luke Yoder, the best in the business, for a look at what it takes to keep the field looking at its best. Monday at 6, right here on Fox Sports San Diego. Don't miss it.
Yeah, there's so many programs surrounding Padres baseball that is such high quality. We're watching Megan Oliva's show before the game today, and a lot of interesting elements. And it's all
They got
well
it covered.
Yeah. They really do, and with excellence. Padres are fortunate that they're being represented here on Fox Sports San Diego so well by so many. Ground ball, glove by Alonso. Nice play to Cabrera, back to first. Not in time. Anthony Bass covering.
Well, Yonder making a nice play. The momentum going towards second base and firing a strike. Watch Anthony Bass. As soon as that ball is hit, you got to get over there. We've said it so many times, reminiscent of spring training. Prado just gets down the line too quickly. Close. He beats it out.
So 1 out. Prado safe from the fielder's choice. Paul Goldschmidt. Only one official at bat tonight. A ground ball to third, a walk, and 2 sacrifice flies for Goldschmidt. Raise his RBI count to 21. And he's going to be pinch hit for as Eric Hinsky is going to get it in at bat here late. Back up the middle, and Hinsky delivers a base hit to center field. Well, they're first ball hunting a lot, aren't they?
You know, a pitcher, when you get a ball hit back at you, it's amazing how quickly the body can react. And probably not the best thing to do, but watch Anthony Bass try to do a little skate save there. It's just natural instinct. You know, some guys will go with the bare hand, which is not a good idea. And maybe you get a calf on it, maybe knock it down. It's hard, you know, it's hard not to do that.
No, it is instinctive. You want to keep it on the infield, but it can be costly. Cody Ross, 2 for 4, a couple of singles. 2 men on, 1 out. That's a strike. Well, they've started the wave, and this is the one time an 8-1 game. I don't blame them. I don't like it, but I'm not going to criticize it. Could be two. Cabrera, Jerko, Alonso, a double play. Bottom of the 8th, 8-1 visitors. Game is Patrick Corbin, 23-year-old lefty for the Arizona Diamondbacks. Another quality start, 7 innings, only 1 run, the home run by Denorfia, 5 hits, 3 walks, a hit batsman, and 7 strikeouts for Corbin, who stands to make his season record 4-0, and even lowering an already minuscule ERA of 1.91. Our Carl's Jr. star of the game, Patrick Corbin. Last of the 8th, Tony Sipp, left-hander, comes in out of the bullpen, 29-year-old from Mississippi. Traded to the D-backs in the offseason with Didi Gregorius and Lars Anderson as part of a 3-team trade. That was one that involved Trevor Bauer, right-hander from UCLA with the controversial warm-up methods, and right-handed pitcher Brian Shaw, right-handed pitcher Matt Elbers were traded to the Indians from the Diamondbacks. Sipp with the Indians the last 4 years, 11-7, all relief. Alexi Amarista bats for the first time. Hinsky stays in the game at first base.
Well, Sipp throws a fastball, slider, and a split, high 80s, low 90s. He has to rely on that location and the deception of that split finger, that sweeper. Kind of throws across his body as well. Mix in a little deception.
And it shows you young people, young stars in high school and college that hope they'll be drafted by a professional team. You don't have to be a first, second round pick to make the big leagues. Sipp was a 45th round selection by the Indians.
I love stories like that.
Yeah, he's fought his way through it and got to the big leagues in 5 years. And now is a 29-year-old, his 5th major league season. Oh, it's so nice to be left-handed.
Oh yeah.
My next life, I'm going to be just 2 things: quick and left-handed. Just those 2. I ask for no more. 2-2. And out of play. Amarista with the pitcher spot next. And Will Venable is in the on-deck circle. And then Kyle Blanks. Tough one for the skipper tonight.
Yep. You fill out the lineup card and you hope that you get off to a good start, and your starting pitching takes you deep into the game. Just wasn't the case tonight.
High fly ball. Ross is circling under it in left field for the first down. Well, tomorrow afternoon, 12:30 on Fox Sports San Diego, it'll be Ian Kennedy, the ace of the staff, but 1 and 2 this year. I think Patrick Corbin's taken over that role, and he'll be opposed by Edinson Volquez, 2 and 3. 1 o'clock game, 12:30 on Military Sunday, Little League Day. We hope you'll join us if you don't have ticket plans to come to Petco, right here on Fox Sports San Diego. Will Venable broke out of a slump with a single last night. Only his second pinch hit performance. He's 0 for 1. Out of play. That's a good name for surname for a relief pitcher, isn't it? Sip. You know, he doesn't get a full taste. He's
right, just a little
gets a sip of the action.
That's right.
Perfectly named. That's foresight from his parents, huh? Two and 1 to Will Venable.
But I'm guessing that Mr. Sip would hope to stay a little bit longer than just have a cup of coffee at the big league level, right?
Right. And he has, you know, this is his 5th big league year. Proven himself. Popped up. Might be a play. Catcher Nieves runs out of room.
Hey, stick around after this game. Padres Live coming at you from the Park at the Park. Mike Pomeranz, Mark Sweeney going to break it all down for you. Talk about what's going around along the league. There they are out there.
They're eating their chicken salad now.
Giving a tour to some of the people out there. Hey, there's Henry Ford.
Right there.
There he is. And Mark Sweeney.
Major Domo here at Fox Sports San Diego, Mr. Ford. 2 and 2 to Venable. Lays off the 91-mile-an-hour fastball up high. Well, sometimes you need to get one of these out of your system. It happens to everyone. And he walked him. That's a no-no when you're leading 8-1. Kyle Blanks has walked twice and bounced to the mound. At the knees for a strike. Another nice turnout for the Padres. 31,336 on Beach Towel Night on this Saturday. They had 31,223 last evening. That's 5 straight home games with the attendance over 31,000. The last three. San Francisco 34, 38, 33 for the 3-game series before the trip to Chicago. 1-2 to Kyle Blanks. And we always have a great turnout on Sundays for Military Day, and of course with the Little Leaguers, really boost the crowd.
It'll be good and loud tomorrow too, probably, with all the Little Leaguers here.
Get the parade around the warning track before the game. They're going to have trouble sleeping tonight. Those Little Leaguers are going to be able to go to Petco Park, see a big league game, and get right on the field tomorrow.
And probably a lot of them are going to be sleeping in that uniform, huh? Anxious for tomorrow?
And most of them will be wearing Padre uniforms, thanks to the management of the ball club here. 2-2 to Blanks. And the count goes full to him.
You know, Tony Sipp is one of those pitchers, Dick, that bounced back from Tommy John surgery back in 2007. He missed the entire season. And he's back, throwing about 90, 91.
Speaking of that, Joe Whelan, we understand, has been pitching from the mound down in Arizona, and Corey Lupke as well, but came up a little sore, nothing serious. Ripped fair, hits the bag at third. Caroms into the crowd, so that'll be a ground rule double. Blanks with good aim plucked the pillow at third. Second and third with one out.
That's just not a sip. That's a big gulp swing right there by Kyle Blanks. Hits the bag into the crowd.
You don't see that very often.
No.
A ball that goes into the crowd, ground rule double, and the ball's only about 25 feet past third base.
Yeah.
Kyle Blanks continues to get on base, deliver base hits. He's walked twice tonight and a double. Charles Nagy, the pitching coach of the D-backs, out there to talk to Tony Sipp.
Hey, if you want to become a part of the Padres organization with the Padres Baseball Club membership, you can choose the membership and ticket plan that fits your needs and enjoy exclusive events, benefits, and discounts all year long. Visit Padres.com/membership or get on the horn and dial 619-795-5555 and become a member tonight, tomorrow, whenever. Be a part of the club.
2 ground rule doubles tonight. That's somewhat unusual. A.J. Pollock into right field, and this one by Kyle Blanks, and it looks as if we're going to get a chance to see our old friend Heath Bell tuning up. Bell, who saved 134 games when he was a Padre. 354 appearances. Alonso with a chance to pick up a couple of runs. Pops that out of play. Yonder has struck out twice and bounced into a double play. That's not a good pick to stick, is it?
No, I'm kind of struggling tonight in that category as well.
Who did you pick?
Everett. A couple of strikeouts, an error. But there's always tomorrow.
That's right. That's the beauty of this game.
Absolutely.
It's young. The season's young.
Hey, it happens.
Two and one. Yonder looking for his 20th RBI. Base hit could give him 21. Three and one. Kirk Gibson can't like what he's seeing here. After one out, a walk. 3 and 2 on Blanks. Blanks doubles. 3-1 now to Alonso. Ball 4. Bases loaded.
Hey, I know that there's an 8-1 lead, and the Padres are running out of outs, but you know, this is a situation where you want to get back into that bullpen. The bullpen has not been doing well for the Diamondbacks.
Padres running out of outs, and Kirk Gibson, the manager, running out of patience. He's out there with a hook, and we're going to see Heath Bell jog in, a race in from the bullpen. We'll take a break. Many times we saw that. And he was an outstanding relief pitcher following Trevor Hoffman's great success with the Padres. As we said, 354 relief appearances, 27-19 record, and 134 saves for Bell as a Padre. But his ERA has ballooned since leaving the confines of Petco Park. 5.09 with the Marlins last year. Look at the eyes on Bell in that shot. And the eyes as a D-back, 5.91.
Well, he inherits 3 runners here, Heath Bell. He's allowed 3 runs in his last 3 games over 2 2/3 innings pitched. Opponents hit 356, but first batters faced, they're hitting 455 off of Bell. So this is where Jed Jerko hopefully gets a good pitch to rip at.
Jerko singled his first time up and then struck out the next 2 against Patrick Corbin. Chance to put a little hurt on the Diamondbacks 8-1 lead. 1 out. The bases full. Venable at third. Blanks at second. Alonso at first. Starts him with a breaking ball. Bell was traded to the Diamondbacks along with the shortstop Cliff Pennington. Pennington coming from Oakland and Bell from Miami in a 3-team trade. Chris Young was the key player going from Arizona. Way outside, and Jerko offered. Padre over every pillow here in the 8th with 1 out.
Got to be heads up with that breaking ball from Heath Bell. He bounces it. Will Venable at third base. Got to be heads up with that secondary lead.
Finally a fastball at 93. True free spirit, Heath Bell. It's a great trade the Padres made to get him. Back in 2006, they gave up Royce Ring and outfielder Ben Johnson. And John Atkins. Not far enough for Venable to scoot home.
Nice job by Nieves. Even though the ball got away from him a little bit, he smothered it just enough. Breaking ball. It's right in the chest protector, then off to the right a little bit. Off with the mask, and he fell covering nicely.
Oh, you're talking about Tustin. That's where Heath Bell went to high school.
Right. Jed Jerko's got to think right field here, right center field. All the pitches away, one up and in.
Ball gets away, and here comes, nope, Venable goes back to third, and wisely so. Ball didn't get all the way to the screen, and Bell was there to cover. So the count goes 3-2 to Jerko.
Yeah, and trailing 8-1. He makes the right decision there.
Yeah, the risk reward there. Yep. The risk is much too great. 8-1.
Well, after that one breaking ball, Jed Jerko doing a good job of recognizing the breaking ball and just spitting on it, working the count to 3-2. Yeah, get those towels going. You need a rally shillelagh right here for Jed Jerko.
$31,336 trying to help here at Petco. Six, 4, 3. And the Padres leave a bases loaded opportunity with no score. Bottom of the 8th inning. Arizona with 6 runs in the 2nd inning, and obviously a big jump start in this game. Got a 7th run on the home run by Pollock in the 4th, make it 7-0, and another in the 6th on an error and a double and a sacrifice fly. 8-0 before Denorfia's home run in the 7th. And that's the story as Joe Thatcher pitches in the 9th inning. Parra, Nieves, and Josh Wilson scheduled for Arizona. Parra singled and scored in that 6-run second, out on a hard ground ball to second, walked and struck out. What a game like this does is for the bullpen of the Padres, you've got to use a Boxberger and a Brock and Bass and Thatcher. And Parra drops that one in front of Guzman in left field. Now here's the Padres schedule with Arizona tomorrow, then on the 6th, 7th, and 8th. The Miami Marlins here. Off day for travel, and then to Tampa Bay for 3. An off day in Baltimore. 2 games with the Orioles, and back home. Washington Nationals on the 16th, 17th, and 18th. So make your plans early. Purchase your Padre tickets early and save.
A chance to catch up with manager Joe Madden of the Rays and Buck Showalter of those Baltimore Orioles.
Yeah, get some good stories there.
Yeah.
Of course, Bud Black and Joe Madden were coaches with the Angels, and Mike Scioscia, their championship year 2002. Oh, he almost hit a ball that would have hit him. Nieves has walked and scored. Headley took a hit away from him at third. He's flied to right and grounded to second. Leadoff single for Parra. Arizona now in double figures with 10 hits.
Some of the Diamondbacks, are they laughing at Nieves fouling that one off his foot maybe? Tough to tell. It's no fun getting hit in the foot like that on a foul ball. Because you know what that feels like?
I don't want to know. Something to do with some
Miguel
toolkit.
Montero is losing it.
I think it's because Nieves, the ball was going to hit him, and he swung at a ball that was so far inside it was going to hit him. Chops that one.
So it was either
foul,
like
broken bat.
It was either like get hit in the chest or get hit in the foot, right?
Right. So he swung at it, fouled it off. Self-protection. That's actually good hitting sometimes. But even Kirk Gibson with a smile. Cabrera, Jerko to first. A double play. Boy, that was a good turn at second by Jerko. The ball wasn't hit that hard. Nieves is not a fast runner, but Jerko did a great job of spinning and firing to complete the double play.
Yeah, he hangs in there nicely. Well, let's take a look at the throw from Cabrera. Flip throw. Gets on the third base side of the second base bag to get out of the way of the slide. Nicely done. You know, one thing that a shortstop cannot do to his second baseman is to leave him hanging over the bag, right? It's got to be a crisp throw. It can't be one of these humpy humps where, you know, it's the old change up.
That man's barreling down on you.
Exactly.
Josh Wilson, an RBI single in that second inning. A couple of ground outs and a strikeout since. No, the articulation, shortside, it's a perfect throw. And Jerko able to fire his best stuff to double up. Blanks now at first base. Cabrera with another chance from deep short. Use that big arm. No problem for Joe Thatcher. Padres come up. Nick Hundley will be leading off.
supports charities. Johns Hopkins is at the forefront of groundbreaking research into autoimmune disorders like multiple sclerosis and lupus. Join us in the fight against autoimmune diseases. Donate now by visiting hopkinsmedicine.org/Fox.
Last of the ninth inning, Heath Bell against his former teammates. Nick Hundley, who caught a lot of games with Heath Bell in relief. Hundley is fly to left, line to right, foul to third. Then Jesus Guzman and Chris Denorfia to bat here in the bottom half of the ninth inning. Strike one to Hundley. And Bell, in his prime, his fastball was 95, 96.
Yeah, I would say mid-90s, absolutely. Yeah.
So far, his tops has been 93. Breaking ball fouled past the D-back dugout.
Very short stride from Heath Bell. Usually pitchers have a long stride, but he's very short. Gets up on top and tries to work downhill.
6 hits for the Padres tonight after 14 hit attack last evening. Double blanks, a home run to Denorfia, 4 singles. And a double for Denorfia, 3 singles, double home run for Chris Denorfia. Guzman entered the game as a pinch hitter in the 7th, grounded out. Count remains 2-2.
Well, be sure to stay tuned after this game. Padres Live coming up. Going to talk starting pitching. And the instructional is going to be a good one. Mark Sweeney and Mike Pomerantz going to talk about getting behind the throws in the outfield, getting a good run in on the ball to get some momentum and throwing to your target. So you want to stay tuned for that. Bud Black press conference, and the Dodgers, another big injury to one of their key players in the lineup. So stay tuned for Padres Live right after this one.
Struck him out. So Bell came in with the bases loaded in the 8th, induced a double play ball from Jed Jerko, and strikes out Nick Hundley to open the 9th. Guzman, his second at bat in the game. Two for 11 as a pinch hitter, 2 for 12 now with his ground out earlier. That downhill fastball.
Yep.